Yes, welcome back. So today we're going to discuss a few topics related to the operating system deployment of some of the that kind of concepts into the OSD related to the core OSD.
నాయిస్ వస్తుంది మీ వైపు నుంచి అది.
Okay. Example, the core concepts like if you have a machine. Okay, say example. Let's go to one of the hardware model. And yes, you support dot.com. Okay. If you go to support.dell.com, okay. Okay. I'm sorry, I was on mute. Okay. Yeah. So we went to the Dell support website. Okay. And the drivers. Okay. So if you want to install, normally drivers, what you would be doing is you would be downloading these drivers like this, and you would be installing as a normal computer. For example, if you're a home user, or you bought this kind of machine, you would normally do this kind of installation. However, so we'll just talk about operating system where all the drivers are useful. So for example, this is first computer, okay, and you have your SCCM server here, okay. Maybe let it. So for SCCM server, what happens? You have here WDS. So what happens? WDS, it will give you to an input mechanism to this, right? Yes, no.
Hello.
Yeah. So client will boot from network, right? Booting, what will happen? So the boot image, whenever you have the boot image, this will extract, and this becomes as the WinPE platform for this machine. Then the computer come. There you would enter your have any password. Then you would select the required task sequences, right? TS1, maybe build and capture or deploy 2007 or whatever you have the flavors of operating systems. You can deploy, but to get here all these task sequences, what is happening is in the background, it is actually pulling a policy. Okay, so the policy will be validated. So how the policy will come? It may have to contact your SCCM server to get the policy. This client, what it does, it records a policy. So what it does, as soon as booted, it try to commit to the SCCM server. So it will pull a policy. So the policy will contain, what are the targets of the sequences it has, and it can be deployed. So based on that, if it is these are the three task sequence it is in the target, it would take it up one of the task sequence, whatever you are choosing, and then it gets deployed. So this is the whole process. Okay. Now here, few things we should capture. One is let's take it out this. Um, Point is here the client is trying to put the same thing any direct way. Okay, so client must have to contact the system. So communication, as happens based on what? So communication would happen based on the IP address must be there. Okay, so that it can reach the server. Yes, no. Yes, no.
Yes, actually, uh,
Yeah. So once again, we'll take one machine. We'll try to boot up. Okay. Give a second. Uh, Look at this. Let's go one of the machine. This machine. Okay. So at the first point, it is trying to contact the server. That means the MAC ID should be existed in your network. I mean, the MAC ID should be have a target in one of the collection. Otherwise, the machine have a target. That is, this one of the task sequence must be targeted to unknown computers. So since it's unknown target, maybe it's booting. Okay, what will happen? Let's see. Process, it does not require any driver. Okay. What happens is it just checks for the MAC ID and it boots. As it is booted, okay, it requires the drivers, okay, the drivers to communicate with your SCCM server. Okay, so many drivers are required. Okay, what are minimum drivers? Let's see. So this is the phase. Okay, let's press F8. Okay, so what happens is if you type IP config, you should get IP address. So in my case, I'm I'm getting the IP address. If I don't get the IP, okay, for example, IP config slash list. So enough, right? So if you see, there's no IP. What will happen if I press 123 as my password, secret password? Next, okay, I know IP config is not there. You see, IP, this is a PIPA IP. Okay, so when it has trying to set and finally it will fade. Okay, so it's looking for policy and it fades. Okay, let's see. This operating. Okay, let's also have a look on log. How do you look at the log? Right, and go to this is the it's not started anything. So go to the X drive, Windows, CHAM, SMSTS log, and this log. So if you look at here log, okay, it says that it's free trying. Okay, we'll try 44 seconds, something like that. See, get fade. That means there's no host name of SCCM server. It's trying to find this URL based trying to contact, but machine not able to reach. That's what this error. See, look at if you look at with this in your error lookup. Okay, it says the name server or the address can't be resolved. It's not able to resolve because it does not have an IP address. We wantedly remove the IP. Okay, try and try, and finally it failed. Okay, look here, it's a different error, right? It was appeared here as this has failed. Okay, type information from MP. That means it's zero. Okay, so not able to contact this server. So if you since you don't have any IP address, if you ping also definitely sorry closed IP. So definitely it can't communicate with the server. So able to resolve. So when if I have the IP, then I can definitely communicate with the server and get the policy. What happens is, in general, this network card, whatever it has, it's required a driver. Similarly, in the boot phase, you need one more driver. That is your hard disk driver. So let's do the disk part. Okay, disk here is a command which will show you your disk's information. Like disk part, hit enter, list. Okay, disk. So it what are the disks it has. That means your hard disk. So have a hard disk of 127 GB that it has loaded the driver of the hard disk. Maybe it is strange for a few of the guys who don't have the hardware background. Okay, but this is not really strange. Okay, to apply anytime operating system, it requires a hard disk to be in a detectable format. If it is not detected, definitely you can't deploy. So to detect that hardware, it requires the device drivers. Got it? That means we need two two key drivers for the boot image. One is local drivers, second one hard disk drivers. So we call it as mass storage drivers. Let's do the actual SCCM. Open your Uh, so these two drivers are required. One is your storage drivers, so you can select category as the
Storage.
okay serial data. Okay, and so the driver. Okay, the drivers. Okay, uh, and out of that, and also need the driver network or driver. So network. Okay, these are the drivers. Out of that, we would use. Okay, but the question is, what kind of drivers you should actually apply? This is very important. Okay, um, if you're really in the production, you come to know what driver to be used. Say example, uh, I'm going to deploy my operating system as Windows 7. Okay, example, this is I'm going to try to deploy here Windows 7. However, um, it may not compatible the driver because we are talking about, if you back to my previous discussion, that is when started this initial discussion, we're talking about boot image. So which is a completely different, and it requires a different driver, not like Windows operating system drivers. Got it? So depends on your boot image version. So let's go to our boot image. So this is the boot image we used. Okay. Version. See, unfortunately, I have not properly mentioned here the version. Still, you can find out. Go to the properties. If you will get the version. Boot image is nothing but Windows PE operating system. So it's a light operating system, right? So this operating system has a version. So in this case, it is 10. That means Windows 10 drivers it requires. If you if you supply here Windows 7 drivers, it won't work. You must have to integrate it for 10 based. Your boot image. Okay. Got it?
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. So what to be downloaded here also I'm trying to explain. So here you would be selecting the option. In my case, I must have to select the drive. So this is not applicable for me because this model does not support officially. So I can't deploy. But definitely these two are not manufactured by Dell. Remember, in case card or storage, these two drivers are not directly manufactured by Dell. These devices are taken from different company. Say example, if this is Intel, okay, Intel and network card driver, definitely this should be you should be able to download from a website instead of Dell. Okay, it's not supported. Got it? Similarly, mostly SATA is also same. So if it is your Samsung or this is also Intel RT driver, that is rapid storage driver. So this word also in case, you can download from internet website. Okay, so driver would be more than enough. Uh, so the Intel provides different drivers. Okay, second, let me show the Intel drivers. So drivers, okay. Oh, yeah, drivers. So if you go to the support download, okay, down there. So one of the set of the drivers, okay. You can choose whatever the operating system you want. Okay, so you know that all the operating systems which is supported. Okay, deploy required drivers based on your operating system. So in most of the cases, okay, for example, Windows 10 is that that's a different case, but in general, what we do is we take driver and we add it to the boot image. So you're talking all this is the backgrounds. For the communication, it requires an IP address. That means it requires a network card driver. Even though we have a network card, it requires a driver. Similarly, for the storage, it requires a storage driver. So how to download? I have shown enough. Okay, either you should download from your vendor site or from your Dell site, or if it's a Dell. Similarly, Lenovo is same. Support Lenovo.com or HP. Same case. Support HP.com. The key vendors. Apart from that, how to add drivers, I'm going to show you now. So let's take one of the drivers. Okay, say example. I think I can take this Windows 10 drive for instance. So my boot image is 64-bit. So let this okay as 64-bit. Okay, this is a file. I have to accept. Then immediately the download starts. Okay, that's it. The file has started. What I'll do is I'll just extract here. Okay, so drivers to support the Raptor's technology drivers. Okay, what I'll do is now I would copy this to source directory operating system deployment. Okay, drivers I will have two different phases. Okay, one would be the driver source. Okay, uh, source. Okay, another one would be the driver packages. The source is very simple. Say that uh, uh, and okay. So I'll just copy it here, and then what I'll do is I'll open from my source directory as a path. Drive the source storage. This is a driver. What I'll do is I'll simply uh, here. Okay, drivers. Okay, say next. Here I can select this. Okay, the drivers. These are the two drivers. Okay, which I'm going to add to my boot image. So here I can category also. So create as boot image as my category for storage. Okay, and so here I can create a driver package also. So if I want, I can create a package. So let's have it create a package. Okay, so the package format is very simple. The new NHYD TCS-CM01. So here source directory. I have added OSD driver package. So what is happening is now from source to it will import files DISM server and it creates a package. So I'm just creating a package here as this is a package which is empty one. Okay, right? I'm going to add this. Okay, I can add later also. So if I want, I see. For I have created. This is the one. Okay, P0C which I have created. This is my menu. I'll just add this, and it says that you have taken in okay. So that okay. Enter. So what it is importing, okay, and it will update the boot image. So what happens, when it's updated? Let me open one more console because I can't go properties of that boot image right away. So that console. So see boot image, right? So for example, if it's properties, here now the driver is getting added. Earlier it was nothing was there. Okay, so doing the job. Okay, the two drivers. So it has imported these two drivers here or add it to your boot image. Once it's done, you have to update your boot image to get it reflected that new change to your distribution point. Okay, so this is one type of adding drivers to a boot image. Okay, there is another method also, which I'm going to talk in a minute. So driver added. So go back here. Okay, to my images. I have to update this. Okay, the distribution font. So what happens is it actually updates all those drivers. It will, if you look at it, mount the source vim directory file. So it will stage basically to somewhere term folder. And let's to term somewhere. What is this? Should we see image? It's just one, right? And it is trying to put okay all that okay, and then it will execute. So it will just go off okay in a minute. So it's doing all those changes. Okay. So why can't we do that step manually? It's gone now actually almost. Okay. So when we do that step manually, like unmount, mounting, everything can be done. But if you're doing from the console, we can do it. We can update the driver. So this is another method of doing driver up. So let me do that method. Okay. Boot images, there's no mount all those directories. Okay. So now let's this gets distributed and that driver would be available. So what we'll do, like in virtual, and then if there's available, we will get IP. If it's not, we don't have. So we have to find the driver by using drive load. We use another command. Okay, let me. The load is another command. So copy with your USB. Okay, you download your driver and put to your target manually. Okay, use the command. Test your driver if it's successful with this command. Okay, if it's a source and it's going to install automatically, then use the driver to import in this method, like import and then your mesh. Okay, this is the first method. The second method is to take a source. Okay, once you have used it DRV low and it is working fine, then come here and you can DISM command. Okay, so open up your WinP, that's Windows okay, deployment management, imaging tools. Here you have the DISM actually, right version. So what you do is take the mounting. You just go to your in case we have image created in the past, right? We created and so so this is the one we created. So here what I'll do is I'll unset. Okay. So you know how to use. So if I don't know, do is I can go. So this is my example also. So, for example, I want to mount as student directly. This is the command. So, copy paste a notepad and fine tune as per your requirements. This mount image index is one part of the boot image. So, shift with copy as path. This is my Vim file location. Okay, I can take out this or I can keep it, not a problem. And I should have a directly called mount. So in my case, I'm just going to create here in D colon, okay, mount as the directory. It should be empty. So let's say this is directory name. So if I explain this command, stream is trying to mount. I call this next one. We saw earlier, different images will have a different uh, indexes, right? So for example, here 1, 2, 3, right? So these indexes, okay. Out of that, what we are doing is here we're trying to mount only one because we are sure that it has one. If you don't know, get out way, okay. If you use another command, okay, here get info, you get the complete image related information that will give you the index related information also if I'm correct. Right? Now this is the command. If try mount to this, there's the offline. So let's do that. Okay, let's execute this. Okay, so let's clear the screen. Okay, and launch. So what happened? It is using a service tool to zip. That's kind of like it's a zip. That's not the right code, but it's just trying to mount to mount that. Let's open this default mount directory. Where it is? Yeah, this is the default mount. It's mounted to this directory. Okay, whatever we do changes. Okay, for example, do here add a new folder. This folder, the files would put it to your Vim file. Okay, so similarly, you have to add as a drivers also. So let's do drivers add. So to do that, you should use the add package. Okay, there's another command called add package that can be used to uh, the command to add. Okay, so these are kinds, but I I mean using this command or some kind of difficult sometimes use this, but you might have to use as a mandatory this. So you do that. Okay, the simple method would be DISM slash question mark or every time how to do I want unmarked. So the okay slash question mark. I have to know that DISM unmount is this command. So we have use the command. Okay, now that can be unmounted. In this case, now we mount to here. So we have done all the changes. Example. So what we use DISM unmount Vim file and the directory. So is the directory is this. So simply copy this and you want or discard. So now to commit and discard. Commit means it keeps the changes. Discard it will do any change. So in case we have to come out of this directory, okay, and then say discard. So I'm just going to use discard. I would show a different method altogether. So it is discard the change. Nothing has changed. Okay. So that's the DISM command. Okay. If I want to use a lazy admin, okay, so someone wants to use DISM command tool, okay, called GUI, graphical user interface, okay, DISM, okay. So you can do this tool, okay. The free source, it can be used use this tool for Don't worry. Here, I'm as administrator. So here it says to you can choose the Vim file. For example, I have my Vim is located in sorry, OSD boot image. Okay, this where you want to mount. I don't directly call mount. I can choose the indexes. So it is actually whatever it has executed. It shows that command. We did even use the same command, right? Mount directory command. And it discard also the same command when executed. Here for the command what we is choose a folder here. I choose my drivers. So I have chosen my drivers kept it under OE drivers. This here our drivers. What will happen is these get added to this boot automatically. Me?
Yes.
We're trying to add yeah.
Yeah.
Easy way of doing it, right? Should you struggle with the command and all those options. This is very comfortable. I also added okay. Will simply commit it. Okay. I just want to let you just add that. Okay. I to cover a few things related to the Steam tool. So this is driver management. This is for packages. Say you have different packages. Okay, then we added that kind of things. Okay, you files, patch files. Okay, a feature, for example, you want to enable IS or maybe file service to that. Okay, you want to change this city and home edge to another edge. You want to change the file, you can do that. So these are the things. Okay, you can okay, use the capture method. I mean, when you're done. But the thing like uh, has definitely some of the limitations. It may not work because this was still in a different version already. Okay, you have a different version. Um, this is Kit 10. Sometimes it may not be compatible, but 9.49 works for you. Okay, so in this case, it has error occurred, and the log file can be found. Probably the issue would be this is already have drivers we have added from the DISM console. So this is already there. So this already drivers. Yeah. So this is the log file which we can look into it. So this is into the normal method as you can have from the design line or console. Okay, the boot image. Got it? So if I want to know this part, so I'll just say that commit changes. No, I don't commit. Okay, we open with the directory. The if not it fails because it has to delete those things. Okay, good thing. Video. So we did it. We have done is this is a boot machine. So it has now network card drivers. Okay, so and the card drivers as well as storage drivers. Right, the hard disk drivers. So after what will happen, it will pull the policy and from a system server, okay, and it gets uh, for that it contacts it. It uses a nick. After that, you will it will appear the task sequence. It will select the task sequence. So your task sequence will contain information to format. So storage driver picture. So it already detected your storage, then it gets formatted by using your diskpart commands. Okay, which is used in your task sequence. Okay, this part is clear for you if I'm correct. Okay, and is what we're going to do is driver drive. You will talk on okay. This would be the after deploying while deploying what will happen. So this is for example deploy Windows 7 task sequence. So what we have done, we started with WinP and it has a drivers. Then it gets formatted, applied operating system. It sets your registered and the CD key, all those things. Then it to the domain, right? This is fine. So at the domain also it requires some of the so-called drivers. Okay, at this stage. Okay, but this will run in a after restart phase. Okay, if you notice while operating system, this actually step runs of the restart by using a Panther folder. Okay, so to support that Panther folder, at the first point would have the drivers. Okay, so if at this step makes sense for you to apply all the models. Sorry, that's not the true. Okay, let's see how and why. Say example, this task sequence you have machine here. Uh, model is dull. Okay, optiplex a model, and you have another model here, maybe Lenovo, okay, 440 for example. You have HP model, okay, i20 or i20 G3 example or G2. Three different laptops. Yes, no. For Dell 72740, okay, example, or 7274, whatever the model, okay. So this is a different model, this is a different, this is a different. What does it mean? It means that you have every model has a different driver set. Okay, what happens if you install this machine drivers on this machine? You will encounter with the blue screen. Okay, it is not supported. Okay, or if you try to install on this machine all models, say example, your company has 10 different models, 10 different models, three different vendors. You want to install. What happens? You will lose your time and you encounter with the blue screen. Okay, instead of just using one driver set, you're going to use multiple things. Just to avoid that. How do logically we can segregate these sequence steps? Okay, that we will talk on it. Before that, you first have to identify which model you wanted to deploy. For example, if you want to download HP model, right? Yeah, HP. So this HP model, if you want to download, you download the HP related to specific drivers. Once you these drivers set, okay, you will create a driver package. Will do? You will create a driver package. Okay. But what will you do? You add here a driver package. Okay. This, remove and you add here a package. So this would be execute. Similar, you would add, for example, Dell 72740 model. So in this, you just download this model related to drivers and you add here as a driver package. Let's do that. Okay. And while deploying the operating system, okay, if the machine is if this task sequence is getting executed or deployed on model, it should be executed this step. This step should be skipped. Similarly, this should not be even executed. How you can do that? How can achieve? This is the real world challenge that can be done. I can show you that. Let me clear this. First, as I explained, the first thing is you have to download the drivers. So the drivers are, I will put it in a okay. Basically, the drivers are two types. Okay, drivers are two types. Okay, I put it in this way. Okay, one B and MP. Okay, that's plug and play. Okay, so you just plug the driver, it executes. Okay, I mean the device will enable when you install the driver. Okay, so most of them all would be INF format. If you look at it in our previous example, INF format, right? So it's a smooth drive. Okay, this is PNP drivers. Okay, and this is the first one, and the second one would be the bad drivers. Okay, one is bad drivers. Say you have example, have to your laptop. So you should enable the fingerprint. Okay. So it's a mix and match of your driver as well as your utility. Okay, you have to do is you have to execute as a exe or your MSF file format so that it enables the device as well as it enables the utility. Okay, so that way you know it comes. Okay, so back. So that straight on at the first point, PNP drivers. Okay, so where you can get the PNP drivers. So PNP drivers, if you download, for example, Dell related. Okay, uh, drivers, CAF format. Okay, for example, 740 example. This is a community. Okay, which gives you the more drivers. Okay, go ahead. This is one of the page, okay, which maintains the DISM model. Okay, if you want, you can what you can do is you can go to enterprise client, okay, which maintains all the drivers. Okay, also have very where to deploy the drivers. Okay, in case we wanted to deploy for client with different drivers. Okay, for Windows deployment, right? Okay, articles which they are talking about it, how to implement the drivers. Okay, let's go to our required drivers. Okay, this driver path. What is they provide in a CAF format? If you download this CAF, okay, these are all the drivers are segregated automatically. Okay, let me download one of the drivers. Set. This is a view which takes some time. This is 249 MB. This is quicker and faster for that to 315. So let me download this as a package. Okay. What happens? This is a CAP format. You CAP is a compressed format. Okay. So you extract this CAP file. So it comes in this format. Okay. Audio directly set, set, and then input. So these drivers, so what these have INF format. Similarly, have heavy. Okay. So for example, we take an HP. Uh,
The voice breakups.
yeah. Okay. This downloading looks like HD 40, for example. Okay. Just as a CCM, immediately there would be FTP site would open for you somewhere. Yeah, the one. Uh, so they provide you the format of Harry provides in the FTP format. When these are the drivers are available. So if you download this Windows standard driver with this, okay, or these for these three models, this E would be enough. So when you install this driver set, okay, it acts directly and what happens is it is a similar folder structure like we saw here. Okay, and what we do is we create driver package. Okay, got it. So for Dell, this is case for HP. I'm going for Lenovo. So Lenovo is not like very okay. So what they do Lenovo, okay, for example, I'll put 40 drivers. So example, I'm just support. So all those they show in one place and also they use SCCM and has package, drivers package. Okay. So okay, for all okay. Here if you look at and these are all like okay. And so here for this is the L440 model. Okay, it's a ThinkPad series. Driver package is available for 4-bit of Windows 10. In this case, you can download this package, or in my case, what I'm going to do is there is a text available. So just click on that. So to open it. So this driver set is compatible for 440 and L540 model. And these are the drivers can be available this package when you download it and create it. And if you look here, or few limitations, so nothing at this point of time. Uh, and that's it. Okay, you create a package. So as I explained in my previous demo, okay, like go here, you import the driver, for example. Um, yeah, for example, as this, okay, and then now it takes what are the INF files it has to add, and then you can choose your own directory. For example, I'm going to take it as or 7470 example. The right, okay, click that, and I can add a package, or I can create. So I'm going to create as a new package under those packages. And so 7470. So if this is for when an example, so I'll take this 7470 underscore Win10. It's named as Win10 instead of Win10. It has named as Win20. That's okay. Demo. So I'm going to add to the boot image, because a video all the drivers. So you be adding all drivers to your boot image. Boot is only dedicated for it should contain only storage and drivers. Summary. So now I have created a driver package here. So I can here 747 rename to Win10 property. Okay. Now do is I simply distribute this content to request distribution points. Okay. Simply I want to create one more package. Since it's taking some time, I'm going to do one more package example. For example, this package I'm just trying to read to one. Okay. Would be Lenovo example. Okay. 40 example. So I assume that I have created similar steps and followed, created a two driver package. How I'm going to address my challenges is this. So my task sequence, okay. Here what I'll do is I'll say group. Okay. In this group, I'll say this Dell. Okay. Similarly, I can set another group called HP. I can set another group called Lenovo. But so if the machine is going to build Dell, should enter the HP machine. It should be Dell and it should enter only HP. But what I'll do is I'll go to the options. Okay, here I'll put WMI. Okay. I'll write here a query. Okay, for example, written already this query. For example, select stock Win32. That's okay. This is class where manufacturer. Okay, like okay. The example Dell will have definitely Dell. Okay, so if the manufacturer name like Dell, then it gets deployed. Okay, right? Type like select of Win32 computer system where manufacturer is like Dell. Similarly, just copy this. Okay, I'll go for HP. Okay. Here I just type install maybe have or HP. Okay, everything another or okay. Here an or model like or should like here HP or have example, I can give that. So then, basically, I shouldn't test it. Definitely, this query would be, successful. Okay, success 0. This will, as query. Okay, so this is sector from to computer system where manufactured, like Dell is it on it. Okay, so this has huh?
man.
This is would be right connect with system where modern like give this syntax for example measures model from into where manufacturer is like this also working fine. Okay, so I simply if this is the one working, then when this let me click apply in this case. Okay, so now this I would add the driver package. Go to the drivers, apply drivers package. So I'll show my Dell related driver, which is this is a Dell driver, for example. Say no execute this driver, and I'll say no Dell 470 model. So seriously, if I have multiple models, what I'll do is choose here, different required driver set. For example, 472 example. Okay, so this is a different model. I can choose what the models I have. Okay, so what I've chosen here to execute here, I would change another query. I'll put it in this query, for example, select from model is sorry model is like 7 4. Okay, 0. Sometimes if you look here, or this model, for example, especially this hash model, okay, it's compatible for 850 also, right? So I can give here in my query, okay, give as 850 model like, okay, 850 maybe if you have, okay. So for example, there's only 2 models your company acquired, so you can test it. Query. Okay. Now what will happen is it goes this loop and then it will execute only this. It keeps this, the model is not matching. So in our case, we'll set here different altogether a different query for this model. Say example, this so if it passes model, definitely this is not true case. So it not execute this step. Got it? That you would set the drivers for PNP. Clear? What we're talking is we were talking about the PNP set with the drivers for IN based. So in a files related or most of the drivers it contains format. That's the best way format, and these are all drivers can be set. However, some of the utilities you cannot deploy. The best example is Lenovo. Lenovo has a lot of utilities. ThinkPad series utilities. Say example, management utilities, or ThinkPad series utilities here. ThinkVantage. So these are power protection, active protection. These things it will not have. Okay. So what you will do for this? Have to create as a software package. In this case, if we want to download this, just directly download this as a package. To do that, just go to the README file. Okay, this contains how to silently install this. So then install. If you just search for install option, okay. Uh, so here, so command prompt. Okay, this is the command line it is going to use. So you silent as you create a program with this. the source and that means you create a normal software package. Say example, since it is downloaded, we can use it. Example, go to the folders. Okay, here I'll go up to my source OSD source. Here I can choose as uh, Lenovo 40 uh, active protection. So what I'll do is simply create a package for this. The, the source as this. Okay. So I'm going to this normal package program. The program commands are these, right? So I'll give this, okay, for example, action is be to install example. So whether or not user login, normal solution, right? So this is the normal method of creating this. So what I do is I'll go to the task sequence, okay, of this, and in the same way, after my uh, subsection, I can have like okay, F440. So, for example, here Lenovo comes with a different altogether, completely different. Okay, here Lenovo comes with uh, a ID, okay, not like here L440. Okay, this comes with a separate service tag. Okay, for example, 2E1. Okay, 2E10. Okay, example is kind of like okay. So then then like I should have some person. So and between okay, it's going to execute and this, so what I'll do is under this I would add my package software which is my active protection. What will happen is here active protection is going to apply. So let's have a look on this flow. So the boot should have your boot drive, that is the critical drivers, those are network drivers as well as the master drivers. Once the booting is done, operating system is getting deployed. Here drivers should apply. So we can't have all drivers should be notified uh, on this machine with a different driver set. So instead, what we'll do is we'll separate with the group base with the options. Later point we would include isolation part like just the model base. Here the manufacturer logic, and then here are the drivers. Okay, it's a WF query. Okay, that's called WF query. Okay, and for the PNP and how to handle the batch, for example, the fingerprint driver or active protection in case Lenovo. These can be addressed from creating a software package. Got it? Right. Uh,
Steps every tier
what we're going to talk is we're going to talk on media, task sequence media. So this is a kind of scenario based discussion. Explain. So you wanted to build this machine. This is located in a small space where you have 10 machines. Okay, and 10 of them are workstation based. What? You have a workstation, so you don't have over there. Okay, you have SCCM server set up in corporate office. Maybe see one example. Now, guys wanted to deploy operating system. So how can we do that? So the question would be for this. Okay, thing is we should have here WDS role, that is Pexi point should be enabled. As you can't enable Pexi boot, right? So just avoid this. Okay, just to avoid, you have a file server here, for example, or you made these all the packages staged to one of the distribution point. local division point or in a workstation example or cached it. Okay, here, but point only you don't have in this uh, in a branch office. Okay, just to avoid that, what we'll do is uh, you can burn the boot image. Okay, the boot image is key, right, to boot the process. What we do is we would burn boot image as a task sequence media. If you look at here, task sequence media, this is the one. Okay, so we create this task sequence media, and then task sequence media is created as boot media. We attach that boot media means ISO, right? So ISO, format can be burn this ISO to the USB drive if you have, or maybe you have CD or DVD. You can burn to that format, and then boot accordingly with uh, these devices, this machine. Then this boots into WinPG. Yes, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. To do that, what we do is uh, we are going to work on task sequence media. Okay, this is one. Okay, basically task sequence media and the ribbon button. Okay, we are going to work on that. Let me start. So, if you start clicking on task sequence media create, this gives me four different options. Okay, so these are self-explanatory. Okay, like first one would be the boot media. Okay, I have explained. This is going to be short file format. The file. Okay, which is going to be your boot media, right? Media. Okay, if you look at your media, that means it contains your boot media, it contains your drivers, it contains your software, operating system, everything. That means the entire task sequence, okay, can be deployed without SCCM. That means you have just this media as the now if you're getting uh, you can you can order 120 GB, 240, 250 GB of flash drives. It's not exactly the USB. It's more faster than USB flash. Okay, so burn there this 30 GB your task sequence, which contains your huge applications, all those things. It can be applied from USB drive. Okay, this is more useful for you in terms of small offices where you don't have a SCCM setup, but you have a SCCM in your office, but you want to deploy in offices. Okay, without any whole headache, you can choose the solid media option. Okay, and one is the boot media. So this bootable media is used just to boot, and then everything comes from your distribution point. The capture is used to capture the machine is deployed everything, and then you want to capture other than the system. That's this. Okay, pre-staged media is something new. The well here. Okay, like you have a DP here. Okay, and okay, this is new, but this is there from 2007. Or if I'm correct. Okay, so pre-staged is like the output you get it in dot vim format. Okay, so the output comes in the dot vim format. What you do is, say example, how do machines? You get machines from vendors. So what does you have? You have vendors from Dell, example. So you have a regular vendor as Dell. Okay, so you wanted to buy 500 machines. So you'll do once the machines comes, you would like to do the operating system deployment, right? It's going to go headache for you, do the machines build 500 machines. Instead, what you can do is you can capture pre-staged media. Okay, you can create a pre-staged media which comes in .vim format. Okay, and this .vim format to Dell. Okay, so just give this file to Dell. Okay, with element base, and do is while they are shipping this 500 machine, they extract the same file. Okay, to your machine's hard disk. So when you bring up this machine and connect your network card or network cable, okay, and plug on, automatically it gets deployed the operating system, which is all packages already in the cache folder. So check for the any latest changes in your task sequence. Okay, if for example you new latest play, okay, from a version old version to new version, it just downloads that based on your new policy, and then it gets deployed. Remember, all the files in Vim files, everything is only uh, in your hard disk, which locally already downloaded, which saves time, and it has extracted to extracted already this, so it gets deployed. So something new. Okay, prestige media. So prestige media can be deployed. I give or HP or Lenovo, so that when ship the new model for your company, okay, they dump or they deploy your operating system on your hard and they ship it to you. And it's a normal OEM. Okay, have look on one of the methods. We may create a bootable media, not much space. Okay, I can choose if I have it, if I connected any of these, I can choose that, or if that which is going to create. So, for example, I want to create here as a boot media as a source. This is boot. I okay. This is my x64. Okay, and my date maybe November month 26 next. I mean, definitely this is a company property, so you're going to shift it to somebody else. You can protect with some kind of password when booted. Okay, this is the password they have to enter, and this is valid. How many days this is valid? For example, this is 30 password. This is not going to be valid. That they have to first for the new boot. So let's take that. Show your image, show your distribution point. So that your management points here, that this boot image can be downloaded here to create a boot area, and when this is booted, you can use this management point. Okay, and then now it creates for me it ISO file. If you are with me, so it's create here the manager. So yeah, it is just created, right? Okay, this is created now. So if I boot with this media, any of the machine just boots up. Okay, like normal. That means it goes to this phase and then get welcome is classic. Okay, and if I do the same thing as standalone, what happens is it will be huge actually, not boot 4.7, that way you use, and because it's going to your entire task secrets, right? Task which has all these steps. That means all the packages, everything comes under .is format, and that can be burned for your two DVDs. So in case if you have more than one DVD, you have to DVD one, DVD two, DVD three. So you should be in front of the computer to change whenever it is. Okay, into the media concept. Okay, I have also, yeah.
This task sequence media will contain only the policy, or it will contain end-to-end content?
End-to-end media. Okay, standalone contains end-to-end media. Okay, end-to-end media. Okay, all you need is
the task sequence media.
task
Can
media.
no, not this one.
Cancelled.
Besides create task sequence, one more is create task sequence media.
This is the one. If you click on it,
Yeah.
okay, where there is media types, standalone or boot media. This is what we are trying to explain now. Okay, so if you read a standalone media, that means you don't have SCCM, or you don't have a connectivity or SCCM, right word would be. Still, you can access, you can deploy the operating system with a D or USB flash drive. Okay, this is just to eliminate your boot media. Fixes. Okay, this it's support on the format. With unattended, if it's a mandatory advertisement, just execute without asking you or without giving you the option to select the task sequence. Well, clear?
Yeah.
Good. So most of the things into the operating system deployment. However, we have Windows 10, right? Yes. No.
Yes.
Because the reason is, I'm going to another session for Windows 10, not in this version of SCCM. As you know, this is the version which we are using is the version SCCM 2012 R2 with SP2. So I'm going to use this version which is released last month, 15.11. Okay, so we will upgrade that. Okay, in a minute. Okay, then we would proceed further. Okay, let's know these. Right. Okay, for attending this short session. We'll continue in a minute. For upgrading into 15.11 version. Okay.